Hello my dear students, welcome back to online class. Today I am going to discuss characteristics of living organism from the chapter number 9, the living organisms and their surroundings. Okay, so let's begin. From this picture, we depict the common features or characteristics of living organisms. Okay, so here you can see what are the different characteristics like living organism made up of cells. These cells are fundamental structural and functional unit of our life, just like bricks made of walls. Like that way cells makes our body. Okay, and living organisms respond to the environment, then they grow and develop, and they obtain and use energy, they reproduce, and they have different level of organization. So all living things on this earth possesses certain basic characteristics including growth, movement, feeding, okay, then excretion, respiration, cellular structure, reproduction. Okay, these all are the common features of living organisms or living things. Okay, so today I'm going to discuss the characteristics, that is first one, that is the how living organism obtain and use energy by the process of taking food, that is nutrition. Okay, so let's start. Can you think of a place where there is no living organism? Can you imagine? Living organisms are present everywhere, we know, and variety of living things or living organisms are present inside our home also, just like ants, spider, cockroach, then lizard, human being also. Then people have been found tiny living organisms in the opening of volcanoes also. Okay, so these are such fact. Now comes to nutrition, the first characteristics of living organism, that is the process by which animals obtain food and utilize it for all the activities, is called as nutrition. And every organism requires nutrition for obtaining energy. Okay, so this is also called nourishment. Actually, know that food and water are very essential for our life, and food provides energy that helps in the growth of body and its repair. Now, let's see another slide. Here, all living things need food. Actually, all living things need food to stay alive, we know. And plants are also living beings. Animals are also. But the mode of taking food, that is different in both plants and animals. Plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. That is why they are called autotrophs, means they are the living forms which can synthesize their own food by photosynthesis. Okay, that's why plants are known as autotrophs. Now comes to animals. Animals and human beings depends on plants and other animals for their food. Okay, so we are known as heterotrophs, means the living organisms which cannot make their own food or cannot manufacture their own food. Example, all animals and human beings. So animals and human beings are heterotrophs. Okay, next comes to another mode of nutrition, that is saprotrophs. What is saprotrophs? Some organisms depends on dead decaying matter for their food, such as fungi. They are called saprotrophs. Actually, the living organism which obtain their food or nutrition from the dead plants and animals are called saprophytes. Okay, and also some other organisms like parasites, the plants and animals that feed on other living bodies, they are called parasites. So such living things take their food by different method. Okay, some organisms make their own food, some depends on others, and some depends on dead decaying matter, and some feed on other living bodies called parasites. Okay, as food gives organisms the energy to grow and carry out various life processes, Non-living things do not need food for survival. Okay, now we will see some picture. Now the picture is here, different modes of nutrition in animals or plants. Okay, so how living organisms obtain food, or what are the modes of nutrition? First here, the plants, they are actually called autotrophs. They are living forms which can synthesize their own food by photosynthesis in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll that is present in the leaves. Okay, so in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll they make their own food. Also they take in carbon dioxide from the air and they release oxygen along with the food in the form of glucose. Okay, so this is the photosynthesis, and that's why we know that these living forms which can synthesize their own food by photosynthesis known as autotrophs, such as green plants. Okay, next picture, here you can see the food chain. Here the living organisms, they are interdependent on each other by the process of taking food from each other. Here from autotrophs, means from green plants, the grasshopper eats the plants, then again the mice eat the grasshopper, then the snakes eat the mice, then eagle eats the snakes, and when the eagle die, uh, the saprophytes, means the living organism which obtain their obtain their nutrition from the dead plants or animals. Yeah, dead animals like eagles, hawks, and then some fungi break down the bodies and turn into them their nutrition. Okay, then these nutrients along with the sun and water cause the grass to grow. So how they are dependent on each other for the process of in taking food. These all are the examples. Here below you can see the saprophytes or the mushroom or fungi. Okay, these all are the example of different modes of nutrition. Okay, so I hope you understood this video. In next class I will tell some other features like growth and development in living organisms. Okay students, that's all. Thank you.